Hello students, welcome to SKT online classes. Today we will be studying about the management and its nature as management as art, management as science, management as profession. So let us start with management as science. Now why is management considered science? Because number one, science is based on certain experimentation, science is based on certain logic, certain rules, or we can say a principle. So here also we call management because it is also based on certain principles, certain human behavior, certain observations, certain experiments, based on which management needs to be understood. So here is the first thing, management. Why is management a science? Because first point, systematized body of knowledge. Now, systematized body of knowledge. Now, what exactly does this mean? When we are talking about apple falling from tree, the concept is known as gravity. Similarly, a person on losing somebody generally is either low in motivation or high in motivation. Some people react in a different way. They take it as a very difficult phase where they lose somebody, they prompt to act and they just appear like they have nothing to, they have to work even harder. It's a big sacrifice for them, it's a big loss for them. They manage things in that way, and some they totally collapse. They cannot even concentrate on their work. So you see, based on human behavior, you will see when you give increase in salary, which is called an increment. When you give an increment to a person, that person boosts up. Suddenly gets motivated. He is full on energy. When you appreciate somebody, or you give him an award at the annual function or annual day or something like that, then that child or the person or the organizer, the manager or the employee, in simple words, gets charged up. Here also the same thing happens. So that is the reason we call it systematized body of knowledge. See, human behavior is associated to this point. There's a cause and effect relationship. You will see every employee will get boosted, but can we say all of them will be boosted with the money? No, not with money. Example, some are coming from really rich and affluent families. So the money is not a matter for them. Recognition is. In their home, maybe they are not recognized. They are considered to be one of the worst. But if they can shine in their organization, they feel proud. They feel high motivated. Whereas some people who are coming from not so well-off families, they, on getting recognition, may not be that motivated, but on getting some increase in salary will motivate them. So this human behavior makes it a systematized body of knowledge. Next, we come to principle based on experimentation. Now, suppose one manager has left the organization, and in place we have interim, made one person interim manager. For the timing, he is the manager. So what is this? Isn't it an experimentation? We will see if this person is able to manage it well. Now suppose the person, manager A, has resigned. He used to draw a salary of 1,50,000. He has resigned. In place, we have promoted for the timing. It's not a permanent promotion, just for temporary basis. We have given that role to C, who's getting around say 80,000 rupees, but he's able to manage everything well. We will give him a promotion. We will increase his salary to 20,000 more, and we'll make it 1 lakh. So in this way, what happened? We are able to save 50,000 rupees by promoting him. And about his job, now I know many students will be thinking of his job role. What happened to this job role? This job role will be occupied by the other employees in the organization. Or even if you hire somebody in a very junior position, he will definitely not draw 50,000 rupees. He will get lower than that, and you will manage that way. So company not only is able to save cost, you are seeing this particular cost, other costs also they will be saving. If you are recruiting somebody from outside the organization, you have to spend a lot of money on them. Agency, and you have to pay money to the agency. But he is already a trained person. He has worked in this organization. No need of orientation will be required for him. So that is the reason it is based on some experimentation. Certain things we have done in the organization, the result of which we have seen. If the results are positive, we tend to continue them. If the results are negative, we tend to change them. So on experimentation basis only, we decide. Then last is universal validity. Now suppose Maternity leave is there only in India. In UK, there's no maternity leave. Is it so? So rules, principles, validity will be throughout. So management as a body, you will see sick leave all over the world. Casual leave all over the world. So everything is universal. So management, the concept of management, how to manage people in an organization is universal. It will not change when you change a country or a state or a city or a company. So it's a universal validity. So I hope students, management as a science is clear. Then let's move to management as an art. Now, why do we say management is an art? Now, what exactly we mean by art? Like science, we meant by some experiments, some principles. So, what exactly art means? Art is personalized application, as it is written here. Yes. So, your own application skills, test of your skills, how skillfully you can implement things. Because situation, no matter you have learned about 100 situations in your theory, but you will face a 110th situation in your life. How will you deal with the 110th situation? By studying 100 situations. So that's what personalized application is. So you're studying something, application is something else. So that's where these points are coming. Existence of theoretical knowledge. Now students, these points which you see I have given here, these points are actually very handy for you. If you make a note of whatever I'm writing in the board in my videos, you actually end up writing notes for a particular chapter. And if these points you remember, you memorize, if you remember, by seeing the video, by understanding the concept, it will not be that difficult. Once you're able to remember these points, which I'm writing in the board, every day, one board. One board means around 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 30 minutes on an average video. If you write everything on your own, if you learn, you will not forget anything. This can ensure you scoring very good marks. Listen to what I'm saying and learn these things written in the board. You will score really good marks and your concepts will be clear. More than you score marks, your concepts will be absolutely clear. Assured. Be assured. Anyways, next. Management as an art, existence of theoretical knowledge. As I was saying, when you are studying about management or whatever you have studied in your B school, as in say MBA college where you are studying, it's known as business schools. So whatever you have studied, even if you have not studied, whatever theoretical knowledge you have gained by hearing people. But that is not enough. That is one of the reasons why management is an art, because you need to learn certain things. Nobody is a born talent. Few are there, definitely. There are few born talents, but something they need to learn even. Even Messi is a great footballer, but he also has learned a lot of things. Only then he could become a great person. So, theoretical knowledge one needs to get. Then, as I told you, 110th situation, how will he deal? That is his personalized application. I know how to cook this dish, this dish, this dish. I'm a chef. But the customer doesn't want it this way. He wants it in a different way. So you can innovate. You can try. The more you try, the more you experiment, you are becoming a good manager. The more better manager you become. So personalized application is that. How skillfully, how thoughtfully you get a work done. And the last is based on practice and creativity. So as I was saying in this point only, the more you practice, the more you experiment, you become more creative. Any problem that you face, you will have a solution to it. The more you get experience. So this is the reason why we call management as an art. And the last part is management as profession. Now, why is management considered as profession? Now, let me tell you. Well-defined body of knowledge, the first thing. Now, say for example, we commerce students have CA as one of prime careers. CA, Chartered Accountants. Where can we do it from? Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So, they have laid down certain rules and regulations about this course. Not only that, they are actually teaching you a lot of things. So, your knowledge in the area of finance is of an expert level. Similarly, for a manager who is working in an organization, should also have expert knowledge, and he must also possess certain qualities in him to become a good manager. So this particular point, well-defined body. So in both profession as well as in management, as a manager, you need to have good amount of knowledge or good level of knowledge. So that's the reason it is called well-defined body of knowledge. So as becoming a manager, you need almost equal skills as a professional. So this point of profession is definitely present in management. Next is restricted entry. Now profession, there are restricted entry, because until unless you clear that particular degree or get the degree, you will not become a professional. Here in management, we do not follow this principle. Why? Because in case of management, even if you are not a qualified chartered accountant, you're just a normal degree holder, a graduate or a postgraduate, you are still eligible to become a manager. There's nothing, even if you are not educated, you're just 12 pass, you can still be the manager as long as you know everything. You can speak well, you can manage well, you can handle things well. You were the first person when the organization started and you have been handling everything. The company has grown big, so why can't you manage? So there's no restricted entry present in management. Next is professional association, like Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is for CA. Institute of Cost Accountants of India is for CS. There are many others like this, but for management, there used to be AIMA, All India Managers Association. There are associations like this. But it is not compulsory for any manager to get registered there. So but for CA, you have to compulsorily register, then only you will get the license to practice as a chartered accountant or to work as a chartered accountant. So that is not required in case of management. So professional association, this point is also not present in case of management. Except first point, no other points are present. But we need to study to know ethical code of conduct. Yes, there might be certain code of conducts followed by professionals strictly. But for management or managers, there are no such protocols. It can be varied, it can change. So it depends on company to company. The last is service motive. Now, though managers sometimes are providing service to their employers, but the motive is not service. Management's motive is profit earning. Whereas professionals also want to earn profit, but not at the cost of making money. So that's the reason it is service motive for profession, but not for management. So with this, the complete nature of management. This thing is called nature of management. So nature of management is over.